Guess who's back? Back again. Who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
I think they're talking about Alshon. What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. If you are new to the channel and love talking Philly sports every single day, we'll go right ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on post notifications so you know when I go live or drop some content instantly. On that note, you guys know what to do. Smash that like button and let's just jump into today's topic. So, yesterday, tried to do a live stream around 7:30 and YouTube wasn't working. Perfect. Haven't went live in a while. Decided to do it. Spur of the moment, and it didn't work. Shout out to the people who came into the chat and said, "Hey, bro, the chat's working, but the video is dark. It's black. Nothing's happening. It continues to do the death load. Loading. Shout out to you guys for chilling with me for 10 minutes in the chat. But I had to end it. I wanted to talk about the injury update yesterday, which was Wednesday. So let's start this video with that. As you can see here, did not participate, which was Fletcher Cox. He only was resting, but how much more rest do you need? You just had the bye week. You had some time off. I heard that Doug Pederson did practice last Wednesday, but he didn't make the starters practice. It was the young boys who practiced. So how much more time do you need? Shout out to somebody on Twitter. Saw a tweet that said, "It's okay, Fletch. Sometimes after a big nap, I need another nap too." That had me rolling. I ended up retweeting that. So make sure you follow me on Twitter. It's going to be here after this picture of the injury list move. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter. But let's talk about these limited participants. Jack Driscoll, limited participant with an ankle. Nate Herbig with a finger. Malik Jackson with quadricep. Lane Johnson with that ankle. Jason Peters, rest. We all know he's going to need some rest. Miles Sanders with that knee. So Miles Sanders was a limited participant. That's kind of iffy. Now let's get to these full participants. Craig James with a hamstring. Alshon Jeffery, full participant Wednesday. That really means he's probably going to play. And Crevion LeBlanc with a quadriceps. So, Alshon Jeffery. I thought there could possibly be some type of setback because we're talking about Alshon Jeffery. Liz Frank, then he was sick, then it was the calf. I thought there was a possibility that something would have crept up on him. I thought this practice would have said limited, and then we would have knew closer to Thursday, Friday, Saturday if he's playing. But if you're a full participant on Wednesday, barring any setbacks, Alshon Jeffery will play, and what will his role be? If you ask me, TF13 ain't losing snaps. Jalen Reagor is not losing snaps. Now, I don't even think John Hightower and Greg Ward Jr. will lose snaps fully. I think you're going to see them three receivers rotate. A little bit of Alshon, a little bit of Greg, a little bit of John Hightower. It depends what packages we're in and where we're at on the field. Now, in the red zone, I do want to see a little bit of TF13, Alshon Jeffery, Jalen Reagor, and Dallas Goedert. And Miles Sanders, hopefully, if he's healthy. I want to see some of that in the red zone. We struggled against the Giants when it comes to converting on third down and getting it done in the red zone. Because from 20 to 20, we were perfectly fine. But we got to convert on third down. Just a video ago, I talked about us being 4 of 13 against the Giants. Well, that's not going to get it done. And I did learn something today, that the New York Giants are second in the NFL in takeaways. I didn't know that. It kind of gets overshadowed with all Daniel Jones's turnovers, kind of like Carson Wentz. And that's something that we got to clean up coming out of this bye. Let's be honest. If the Eagles don't come out sharp after this bye, when will they come out sharp? We had the bye week. We're getting healthy. Although Isaac Samalu's not going to be there, I was hoping he would. He still has some chance. We saw on the injury report, he wasn't even on it. So is he still hurt? Did he practice? I don't know. But we need him. He's important to the offensive line. And it's important to protect Carson Wentz. No excuses. No excuses. But he was sacked 37 times in 2019. He's already been sacked 32 times in 8 games. That's going to have his clock ticking. Not to get the ball out fast, but clock ticking to throw the ball down the field and just throw bad passes. Again, Carson got to get it fixed. The O-line, the offense needs to get it fixed. And we've been saying that week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We had the bye week. If we don't come out sharp, when will we come out sharp? And this is exactly why we're going to learn a lot from this team in the next couple weeks, but more importantly in this Giants game where the division is so tight, we can't afford a loss. We just come off a bye. We should be focused and ready. Are we going to bring these same 8 weeks of mistakes into the next 8 weeks? Or it's just going to be more 3-4-1 type of football. But I know we have the personnel to play better. I got to see it from Doug, Carson, and the team around it. This team does not quit in games, but it's not executing the game plan, including Doug Pederson. He got to call plays in the second quarter that set something up in the third quarter. You got to be more creative. You got to run the ball more. We have to do a lot of things. And this bye week was supposed to be self-reflection. I needed all the coaches, all the players to look at what they did in the first half of football and say, my goodness, we got to be better. We can be better, and we have to show it. Carson Wentz, 12 interceptions, 4 fumbles. Your main evaluation should be, let's just not turn the ball over. Let's protect the ball and take what the defense gives me. Check it down to Miles Sanders, who can turn a 5-yard catch into a touchdown. He has explosive runs. Check it down to guys like Jalen Reagor, who came out of this draft as one of the most explosive players with the ball in his hands. And I also need Doug Pederson to call it that way. If you're sending these guys deep, if you're sending these guys on long developing routes, knowing that you don't have max protection, knowing that Carson only got but so long, how can you expect this all to work? I know Doug and Carson want to be aggressive, but sometimes you have to just take the check down. Sometimes you have to call a play that's going to gain you 5 yards and trust a Miles Sanders, a Boston Scott, a Jalen Reagor to get the yards. Put the ball in your playmakers' hands. We're going to talk about this Giants matchup with some collabs later in the week. We're going to break down some film, but sometimes I don't like to break down film against a division opponent because sometimes the worst division opponents sneak up on a good division opponent. And right now, we're only 1 win ahead of them. And we saw how much we struggled a couple weeks ago. So can we come out focused? Can these mistakes be fixed? I'm going to learn a lot about this team. Honestly, if the bye week was a success, we should blow the doors off the New York Giants. Despite them being in games, despite them having a pretty good defense, if we're healthy, if personnel is what I think it is, we should blow the doors off this team. Simple and plain. Continue the sweep of 2017 and let's go. Like I said, BBP's back, Collab's back. We're going to be getting back into the motion. Last 8 games, let's take care of business. With all that being said, let me know in the comment section, how do you feel about the injury report? How do you really feel about Doug and Carson coming out this bye? Will we see the same, or will this team take the step that when we look at the personnel, we see they can do it? Let me know what you think, injury-wise. More importantly, the showdown in the Meadowlands. Until next time, you guys know what time it is. We out.